Buffalo Bills. And we are underway in Buffalo. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
To throw is Fields. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Here we go, son.
Now it's Fields. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. That's taken in. It's Keon Coleman. He's still on his feet. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Keon Coleman, 55 yards. And the Bills will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way, just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here.
3-19, go.
They'll go again with Hall. Breaks a tackle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Jet first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Here we go.
Off play action, Fields. There's a short one. It's caught by Taylor. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Fields. He'll find his man. That's Taylor again. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 46.
Here we go, son.
On play action, Fields. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
2nd and 10.
Here we go, son.
Fields now to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Yards to go.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Fields. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. They snap it to Fields. Pass caught right side by Taylor. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them. That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And he is going to have the Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. Cook up the gut. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
At the 27-yard line.
They run again on first down. Cook. And they've got it in the red zone now down at about the 19. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Here's Allen to throw it. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams there to bring him down.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Allen flushed out right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete. They had a chance there to really build a nice early lead, go up a couple of scores. But he doesn't hit that one quite right, and it winds up an empty possession.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Here we go. Go.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, Slide. Slide.
Here's Fields. That one out wide and intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or two towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now a give running right, it's Cook. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
On play action, Allen. And it is caught. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Working out of a shotgun. Here's Allen. This is caught. Touchdown. Keon Coleman. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bills are able to extend their lead. Only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Here's Fields. That is incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Yards to go.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw. Fields. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Here we go.
Well, here we go on 4th down. Fields. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Well, now they'll try the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. And that's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down. Allen now looks to throw. His throw incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Allen off the play fake. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So on 4th down, the Bills send out Brad Robbins to punt. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Or that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And that is incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a third time here on fourth down. They're going to go. It's Fields. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, Fields. He'll get this to Lazard. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 4. A shotgun snap. Fields. There's a short one. It's caught by Taylor. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
Chuck clear. Here we go. Green 19, guess what? EQ.
To the air again, Fields. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Here we go. Go.
To throw is Fields. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Here we go. Right.
Now Fields. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Here we go. You good?
On 4th down, Fields. And that is incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And just inside of a minute left, Charles, they got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. First down, here's the run with Cook. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Allen. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. A final shot before half for Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. broadcast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
319.
Now Allen. Under pressure, they got him again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Now that's the way to start the second half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that's one of the few things that has not gone right for this offense so far. They've had their share of big plays. That was nearly another. But somehow, he just couldn't squeeze it.
It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down at the 43-yard line.
Here's Hall again. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Fields. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
Don't jump. Ready?
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go over the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Fields. Taylor there to bring it in on the crossing route. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Here we go, son.
Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. They'll run with Hall. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Here we go.
Off play action, Fields. And will be intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Bills are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here and maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on the play.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
We're in the third quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Here's Allen. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. The Bills send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Jets will take over.
Take over 1st and 10.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points. Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish an inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later.
Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's in person or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Jermaine Johnson credited with that sack.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
3rd and 4. To throw, it's Allen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear, but here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on 4th. From the gun, it's Allen. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
At the 19-yard line.
Tapped forward by Allen on the jet sweep. Down inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Khalil Shakir from 19 yards away. And the Bills are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
The Bills are lining up for a
Allen will try to throw for it. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Buffalo. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Fields now to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Fields. Oh, that is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They snap it to Fields. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
A gain of 19 yards. 1st down, Jets.
Fields throwing again. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
2nd down and 10.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Go.
Here's Fields. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Now it's Fields. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And that will force a turnover on downs. Now they run the sweep as Allen just pops this forward. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there. And they'll go backwards right away. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses. And this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 48 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and
First mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Jets are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that zero on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film section tomorrow.
Maybe get any type of points on the board. It'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mention in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Here we go, son. Right.
Fields. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Here we go. Good. Right.
From the gun on third down, Fields. This one deep for Wilson. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's fourth down. Try it here. He's back to throw. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Jets try it, but the fourth down play doesn't work. And it'll be a turnover on downs. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. That's Jermaine Johnson stopping that play before it begins, dropping it for a loss. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They run it again with Cook. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Play action. Now it's Allen. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down. Allen now looks to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And the Jets are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. The interception was a good starting point, but still a huge hill to climb with his 3-score deficit, and time faded. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, sir. Turbo, sir. Go.
Back to throw. Fields. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. And Oliver picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Coming, and they got him once again. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking him.
The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. Thank goodness. That means this next drive is going to begin 1st and goal already at the 5-yard line. They'll run with Cook. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now Allen. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They call it a loss of a yard there. And now what we have here, a 3rd and goal.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Bills up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. To throw is Fields. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about it.
Under pressure, and down he goes. His 2nd back of the 36. No, he didn't spike it. He faked it. And that is going to wind up incomplete. So they tried to hit him with something you don't see too often, but it doesn't work out.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Tap forward by Allen on the jet sweep. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he stopped immediately there. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
It's now 3rd and 13.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
But the absolute pitch is shut out, so it can't get much better